Dear students, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Hasmukh Goswami College of Engineering. Myself, Professor Tanmay Kumar Pandit, and today in this video lecture, we are going to study about the AC generator, that means alternating current generator. So, dear students, have you ever wondered the life without electricity, and particularly in the undergoing situation like the season of summer? If there is no electricity, what will happen? So we must have to thankful to the engineers who have designed, fabricated such type of instruments which will be helpful to us in the absence of electricity. So the application of AC generator is to generate and to transfer the electricity. When there is no electricity from your service provider, if you have the AC generator installed at your residential, then one can utilize the same for the electricity application purposes. So today we will discuss briefly about the principle, means the electromagnetic induction. That is the principle on which the AC generators are working. So what is electromagnetic induction? This is the combination of electric field as well as the magnetic field, and the AC generator converts the mechanical energy into the electrical energy in the form of alternative EMF. EMF means electromotive force, or we can say the alternating current, and that's why this generator has been approached the terminology of AC generator. And again, as I have told you, the AC generator works on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Here in this pictorial representation, you can see the construction of AC generator, where two magnets of North Pole and South Pole are placed in parallel to each other. In between, the various apparatus has been designed in such a way that one can utilize the output current which has been generated inside the AC generator towards the AC voltage. So we will now look at the construction as well as different segments, or we can say different parts of this AC generator. So first of all, we will look at the AC generator consists of two poles, as we have seen in the previous picture, that is the North Pole and the South Pole. Again, here you can see the direction of magnetic field is from North Pole to South Pole, as the arrow has been described in this pictorial representation. Moreover, we have the placement of this magnet in such a way that the uniform magnetic field, that means the amount of magnetic field that is in some of amount of Gauss or Tesla, that has been fixed. It will not be variable, and hence that is the basic requirement in the design segment of AC generator. There is also a coil, or we can say one kind of loop, which is rectangular in shape, that is the armature. So this particular coil, or we can say loop, will transform the magnetic field, or it will rotate in such a way that the generated magnetic field or the mechanical energy it will utilize to convert into the electrical energy. The third segment is the connection of coils towards the slip rings, which are attached to them through the carbon brushes. Here the example of carbon brushes is attached because of the conversion of mechanical energy into electrical energy. Here you can see two brushes from where the AC voltage is output, and hence the carbon brushes are connected towards the two slip rings. We can say the South Pole magnet is connected to the first slip ring and the North Pole is to second slip ring. Next, the slip rings are made of metal. So here we have not used the different type of electronic materials like insulators, semiconductors or superconductors, but here we have utilized the metal for the easy flow of generated electric current inside the AC generator. And remember one thing, these slip rings are insulated from each other. They are not in contact in the direct way, but the south pole is connected to the first slip ring and the north pole is connected to the second slip ring. So they are insulated and they are divided from each other. So this was all about the construction, and the brushes are carbon brushes. At one end of each brush connects to the ring and the other connects to the circuit. Now, some amount of electrical energy has been already developed inside your AC generator, but how one can utilize the inside electrical energy? We have to need one apparatus arrangement for utilization of the generated amount of electricity towards the actual usage. So the rectangular coils rotate about an axis which is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Remember, the rotation is circular wise from north pole to south pole, but the rectangular coils which rotate about an axis, the direction of magnetic field will be perpendicular to it. So this is one interesting thing about AC generator. So till now we have discussed about the principle, that is electromagnetic induction. We have also seen the construction, the different segments, the different parts of AC generator, and here now we will look at the working of AC generator. So now we will switch on to how this AC generator works. We all know about the different parts, its actual reason for selection to this particular design of AC generators, but how this mechanical energy, that means the rotation of the rectangular arm, will be transformed into the electrical energy. That is quite interesting phenomenon, and that we are going to discuss from now onwards. So when the armature rotates between the poles, that is the north pole and south pole of the magnet, about an axis perpendicular to the magnetic field, the flux means what? The number of magnetic field lines, the total number of magnetic field lines which has been generated from the north and south poles arrangements, which links with the armature, which changes continuously. So the magnetic field which is generated will be now linked to the rectangular armature, and now the magnetic field energy will switch over to the mechanical energy. Due to this, the conversion of magnetic field energy into mechanical energy, we now have the induced electromotive force in the armature side. So this way the first step of working of AC generator is now clear. Now we will switch over to the second and the most essential step inside the AC generator design. After the EMF is generated in the rectangular armature, this will produce an electric current through the galvanometer. Now, as I discussed earlier, some amount of electrical energy will be developed, will be generated inside the AC generator, but we need an additional apparatus to convert or to gain the output source of the electrical energy for the actual utilization or for the application purpose through the galvanometer and the slip rings and the brushes. The galvanometer swings between the positive and negative values. When the rectangular armature will connect, or when it will be rotate about south pole, it will give you the positive value. The galvanometer will have the positive reading, and when it will rotate about, that means the rectangular armature which is continuously rotating, then it will approach the north pole, then at that time the galvanometer will have the negative values, that means the negative reading. This indicates that there is an alternating current flowing through the galvanometer. So the galvanometer is a device which justifies the amount of electricity has been generated through the concept of the conversion of mechanical energy into electrical energy, and hence one can further utilize the generated amount of electricity for their actual usage. Here in this pictorial representation you can see the actual image of AC generator. Although we need some external fuel supply for this AC generator, but the main purpose of these devices are to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. And remember, this question is having importance in view of your GTU as well as the internal examination, where you have to describe the principle, construction and working of this AC generator devices. So thanks for visiting this video lecture. If you have liked this video lecture, please share it and subscribe to our official YouTube channel of Hasmukh Goswami College of Engineering. Once again, thank you very much.